What happened on this was this hose, which is the breather, it actually started pumping oil out the end of it and oily water, and I ended up taking this drain right here out, and I had antifreeze in there, which you're only supposed to have oil in there. Okay, making a short video here on how to change the water pump on a 350L. This is a 93 model. I've already taken it apart. I just kind of put it back together to show you how it works. You take all these bolts out here, take this coil starter off, and then you got your flywheel. You'll have to use a puller to get it off, but once you get it off, you come over to the case, take all the case bolts off and the water pump bolts right there and there. And in order to do this, you got to remove the exhaust. I had to actually take this off too. Take your hoses off and one little motor mount down here. But once you have all that removed, I actually had to turn that, and I don't know if that was a good idea or not. But it's still really hard to get out of here when it's in the bike. Taking the motor off would probably be a better idea, but I gotta put the camera down. You have to remove the stator and the stator wires. I actually just cut the ground because I can redo that. But the wires actually run all the way up through here. There's the ground wire right there, and then one plugs in right there and one plugs in right there. And don't forget that when you're taking it apart, this big nut right here is on the inside right here. You actually have to unscrew it, and it has left-hand threads, so you actually screw it the wrong way and it comes out. If you don't, then you try to pull this off, it damages your seal, your crank seal here, and you don't want to do that. That's it removed. When you turn it over, you got your crank bearing. It's in good shape. Your water pump actually sets down in here somehow, just like that. You can see if it's been leaking, then the bearing's going to look like that. It's got rust all in it. It needs to be replaced. The seals, see how the seal's been hot right there? You got a water seal and an oil seal and a bearing. All need to be replaced. The gasket needs to be replaced. This shaft, you have to check this shaft and make sure it's not all ribbed up to where it's just going to start leaking again. Sometimes you have to change that if it's been running too long. But this is what came out of it when you drain it, which is not normal. Also on this brake, it has a roll pin that goes through here on the foot pedal, and I could not get that roll pin out, so I just took some big pliers and broke it off, and I'll worry about getting it out later. But you have to remove that to get this out of the way. Starter gear is in here. You just pull the starter out.